Humans have always been great at noticing the patterns of nature. When you are exposed to the elements almost every day, whether it's hot, cold, windy, or humid, people will tend to remember repeated events and their associations with each other. And this is how, within a small number of generations, any group could easily observe any astrological cycles and their natural implications, whether it's months, years, seasons, and of course, the weekly cycle. Except there is no naturally reoccurring event that happens every 7 days. There is no 7-day cycle. There are two main criteria that define the period known as the week. It has to be longer than a day, but shorter than a month, and it has to be independent from the calendar. Using only days or months has the issue of being too hard to follow. Like, have you ever heard anyone telling you that a deadline for a report is 3/4 of a month away or 23 days? No, because that's stupid. Weeks, on the other hand, are not only in the middle ground, but they are also named for convenience. Tuesday next week is always Tuesday next week. So it's not surprising that most civilizations ended up inventing the concept of the week almost independently, going anywhere from 5 to 10 days. What these weeks had in common, however, is that they were not real weeks. They do not match the given criteria. Like, sure, they are smaller than a month, but they are not independent from the monthly cycle, as the weekly cycle would either pause or have days removed from them to match the month. So if the regular, for example, is 3 10-day weeks, one of them could just end up being 9 days. Hey bro, you got the assignment ready? Yeah, sure, don't worry, it's still due on Monday. We got 3 whole days. Actually, today is the 28th, so tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, I am going to fail this. The only exception are the Egyptians, who did not care about the moon cycle and instead had their week be a constant 10 days, only interrupted once every year to match the last 5 days. Are we really going to adjust this every 30 days? Nope, that's very boring and too much hard work. Let's just keep it constant. 10 days is good, right? Right? Okay, 10 days. So with that in mind, how did we get to 7 days a week? One very notable early week cycle was the Mesopotamian 7-day week. It is said to have been created by King Sargon the Great, as he attributed 7 days to the 7 visible planets and assigned every 7th day for resting. This system was adopted and used by every successor kingdom in the region, including the Babylonians, who famously enslaved the Jews. It is generally understood that the Jewish week is bound to the Sabbath or Shabbat, where they have to rest every 7th day according to the Old Testament. However, the origin of the Sabbath and whether it was a yearly celebration during the First Temple period or a weekly event from the get-go or anything in between is highly debated. The only thing we know for certain is that it was solidified during the Babylonian exile, as synagogues became more prevalent and frequent periodic congregation became important to maintain culture. It is thus theorized that the Jews adopted the Babylonian week and integrated it with Shabbat, making it a weekly congregation. The difference, however, is that since God's day is not affected by natural phenomena, the Jewish week was completely free and independent from any natural cycles, making it the first ever real 7-day week in history. And it will become influential in the creation of our modern week as we know it.